T, infamous black market is live, ladies and gentlemen. We have already received our first two offers. Our first offer yesterday was Lands and Sea for 8.5 million credits, which was literally sold out in 2 minutes on every single server. For example, Russian server added 40,000 units, and it was also sold out in 2 minutes, as you can see from this picture. Not a bad deal, a tier 8 premium medium tank for 8.5 million credits, which you can easily grind back using the same Lands and Sea in like, I don't know, 85 good battles, and all the other battles are going to make profit for you. So really nice offer for free-to-play player if you were able to get your credits up to 8.5 million somehow. Hopefully you did. Hopefully that offer was useful for many of you. And today, what they added today, this early morning, which is just, in my opinion, the worst way to do it. Why do we have the early morning offer as well? I don't get it, but hey, I don't want to talk about that too much. AMX 1357F, the Wargaming League's special edition for 7,000 gold. I picked it up as well because I didn't have it. I didn't have this special edition. If I remember correctly, they sold the standard AMX 1357 in the advent calendar for something like 5.5 thousand gold. But this one was a bit more pricey, so I guess this little emblem gives it more value. Seems like it. Now, what is going to be up next? Only time will tell, because I will get you something new today at 18:00 or 6 p.m. today or 5 p.m. for CET time zone. But what next? What is going to be up next on the black market? Well, people are speculating all the time, coming up with different things, rumors, stuff like that, speculations. And many people are saying it may be Object 777 version 2. Kampfpanzer 50T was also added into the game files, but in my opinion, or to my knowledge, Kampfpanzer 50T is going to be a ranked battle Star Wars vehicle. So where are they going to use Object 77 version 2, which was added into the game files? I think it was actually in the game files a bit earlier, and the first time I heard about Object 777 version 2 was something like 1 year ago. I made my first preview episode about that. They actually have nerfed this vehicle from the previous version of it. What I'm going to show you today, this Object 777 over here. So let's talk about that in a moment. Before, just a couple quick words about the Team Clash event. Guys, you're absolutely awesome. Thank you for the crazy support. We are in the third position at the moment, but the gap between Mainland and us is not super big. So today, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little coordination. Let's try to get 77,000 points in 1 hour using Frontal Assault. I am going to activate his booster. Let's coordinate our attacks. I'm going to activate his booster 30 minutes after the black market offer. 30 minutes after the black market offer, Frontal Assault booster is going to be activated, and if you complete 77,369 points, we get 309,000 points extra, and that should help us catch up with Mainland once again. And after that, I am going to activate Morale Boost, which is always going to be helpful for you guys. So, tune in, let's crash it. Frontal Assault, let's coordinate, let's play together, let's have some fun. Today, 30 minutes after the black market offer, 3:30 p.m. CET. And I'm going to activate all the other boosters as well, of course, after that. But now, let's talk about Object 777, which has rumbled the community a bit, because many players took this hint.
Are those 3 guns?
Players took that "are those 3 guns" hint a bit seriously. Yeah, it's rumbled the community a bit. I have already received so many YouTube comments, so many in-game questions. What do you think about that? Is Object 777 version 2 going to be in the black market? Forums are actually discussing it as well. Some news sites are discussing it as well. I am here to calm you down a bit, guys. All of this is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Please do take it with a grain of salt. Nobody knows what is going to be inside the black market besides War Gaming. So just calm down a bit. I do not know if this vehicle is going to be over here. Does it make sense? Like, are those 3 guns and they flip it over? Oh, now it makes sense. Maybe object 777, but why not WZ111, for example? 3 ones as well, and we have some other vehicles with 3 numbers, I guess. So why not WZ111? Why object 777? Now this vehicle is actually really special because it has some juicy things to offer. It is actually a Tier 9 heavy tank. And in today's episode I am going to share all the information I know about this vehicle so far, together with Kampfpanzer 50T. Yes, it looks more like a medium tank to me, or even a big massive light tank, but it is actually a heavy tank, object 777 version 2. This is how it looks like in the game, how it is going to look like on the battlefield as well, and because we get those files into the live server, into the main game, most likely this is how this vehicle is coming out as well. And it has some really interesting features. More about that when I show you the 3D model, ladies and gentlemen. You may be amazed actually how good of a skyscraper it may be. Just stay tuned for that. Over here it says it is going to make you more credits as well, but I am not so sure about that. They have done something like this with some other vehicles, where over here in this state it says more credits, but I think it is going to be a Tier 9 special reward vehicle. I don't know, are they really going to introduce first a Tier 9 premium tank? I am not so sure about that, but we'll see, I guess. So it has 122mm M62 T2 gun with 440 alpha damage. Now the gun itself doesn't seem to be super hot, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest. This rate of fire, DPM, aiming time and all that are not super appealing to me. It is going to have 4 crew members, commander, gunner, driver and loader. But now let's take a look at the specs. Let's compare it to some other Tier 9 heavy tanks from the Soviet Tech 3, Object 257, Object 705, ST1 and T10 as well. They are all rocking with exactly the same equipment lineup, exactly the same crew skills, brothers in arms, situational awareness, recon, clutch braking, off-road driving. Those are all the skills I already have available for this type of vehicle. I'm able to move my heavy tank crew members into this without any penalty. Soviet heavy tank crew members into this without any penalty. So actually all the others are used with coated optics, because the view range is not going to be 445 meters without coated optics. Just to show it to you, boom, 338, but I really want my 445 meter view range as much as possible, or as fast as possible. So apply. All those vehicles are with the same equipment units and loadouts. So how does that compare to the other Tier 9 heavy tanks? 440 alpha damage across the board, basically the same besides 705. 258 millimeters of penetration, same as on T10, same as on STI, or ST1, sorry, or Object 257. Rate of fire is actually slower than on all the other 440 alpha damage gun. 5.34 rounds per minute equals 11.23 second reload time. So reload time is not going to be the fastest. T10 actually gets under 10 second reload time. So gun traverse speed, same, or aka turret rotation speed, same across the board, -5 degrees of gun depression, nothing new in the Soviet Tech 3, it is bad as always, right? Aiming time 2.6 seconds when boosted, actually with brothers in arms, food and stuff like that, is still quite a bad aiming time, I have to say. Accuracy, same about the accuracy, 0.38, almost the same accuracy as on Object 705 with bigger alpha damage. So gun handling really doesn't look anything special, and DPM is the lowest as well compared to all the rest of the Tier 9 Soviet heavy tanks in this list. Now survivability is really interesting. Hit points, 1850 hit points, which is almost the lowest. Only T10 has lowest or lower hit points. Hull armor 132, 115 on the sides and 45 in the rear. But take a look at the 3D profile, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Object 777 version 2 on tanks.gg 3D model. We are looking at this tank with 258mm of penetration this tank comes with, and let's have a look. Frontally, let's say you're facing it straight on, tier 7s are going to struggle. This tank can see tier 7s. Even some tier 8s are going to struggle. The only thing you are reliably able to penetrate is the lower plate that has 200mm of armor. Next up, if RNG doesn't favor you, if you miss slightly to the upper part of the lower plate, 232. Moving up, 200 part over here. This is that little lip right there, I believe. And if you move any higher than that, 250 and auto ricochet because of the angle. Right. Frontally, commander hatches. Yeah, commander hatches. It has weak spots, ladies and gentlemen. Easy to penetrate. Only 165, but what is this? A weak spot for ants? Well, actually, as I said, if you are face hugging it, you're able to penetrate it. If you are super close to it, and usually your tank is going to be higher profiled. Hopefully, you have enough gun depression to go that much down. So, commander hatches are penetrable, yes. But what is the most interesting part of this armor? The most interesting armor quirk of this entire tank is side scraping. Take a look what is happening when I'm going to side scrape, ladies and gentlemen. Still auto ricochet. Alright, let's keep going. Ooh, we can see some yellow. Only 250 needed, but this tank doesn't need to side scrape that much. Let's say you are peeking a corner like this. Are you able to shoot? Oh yes, you are able to shoot. Let's angle it a bit more, just to take one safe shot. And, oh yeah, nice. You're able to shoot at enemies and auto ricochet, 300+ of penetration needed. Heat, by the way, is not going through tracks so often. Over here, 280 needed. So, yeah. Is this interesting or what? Let's angle it even more. Let's say we are doing some ballsy guy side scraping over here under angle like this. What do we get? 200. Okay. So finally, people are actually able to penetrate us as well. We have this little tiny spot as well, which is 200. But under angle like this, it is more like 250, 240. This part over here, what is it? 238. So your best chance to penetrate this vehicle if it is side scraping under angle like this, let's say. Yep, looking at you, still looking at you. This gun, hello, looking at you. The best place to penetrate it is this little part over here with 250. But if people see this vehicle first time, if they do not look at tanks.gg, they are never going to see it. This side armor is actually quite a massive side scraping side armor. Really, really interesting. And what is actually even more interesting is that on the left side, it has so much more green. On the angle like this. Yeah, this part over here. What is happening with this model? On the right side, maybe this model is actually kind of broken. I don't know. I hope so. Anyway, Object 777 version 2. 3D model. And moving on with the mobility. So this tank is the lightest heavy tank, we can say so, with 50.4 tons weight over here, 670 horsepower engine, giving it 13.29 power to weight ratio, which is actually quite low compared to some other tanks over here in this list. Top speed 40 moving forward, 15 moving backwards. But of course, if the range resistance numbers are better, this mobility can be better than on all of those vehicles. Now we have to wait for the final terrain resistance numbers and hidden stats. Now hull rotation speed is 35, which is actually average over here. Object 257 is actually quite rock and rolling with its hull rotation speed, 50.01. So concealment, it is a heavy tank, so nothing special over here. And view range, 380 stock meter view range. You're able to boost it up to 471 with coated optics, with all the skills and food as well on the top of that. So this is how Object 777 version 2 is looking like. The armor and the side scraping. seems to be quite a troll one. So as we saw, this is not a hitbox, so do not even try to hit that, or do not even try to penetrate that. Shells are going straight through commander hatches, because it seems to be quite a low profile vehicle. When you're face hugging this tank, kind of cornering in, most likely you are. Your gun is higher than this turret, so you may be able to snap those commander hatches for some penetrations when face hugging. And so good luck doing that. But other than this, yeah, armor seems to be quite a troll one indeed. Next up, let's take a look at the KPZ 50T, which is a tier 9 elite medium tank from Germany, most likely a ranked battles reward vehicle. And let's see what it has to offer. So it features a 105mm gun with only 320 alpha damage. Only 320 alpha damage. So for me, it is a huge gun already. 400 meters stock view range, 900 horsepower engine, and so on. So let's compare this vehicle as well to some other tier 9 German medium tanks. For example, Leopard PTA, my new love, my new favorite tier 9 medium tank in this game, and to another reward vehicle, T55A, available through the first campaign missions. Third mission, I believe. Third stage. So 320 alpha damage, yeah, not super huge fan of that, to be honest, guys. Because the rate of fire is also not the fastest one with 320, so the DPM is not the best. But let's have a look. 268mm of penetration with standard rounds. Standard round, by the way, is APCR, which is nice. Premium is heat with 310mm of penetration. Not super huge fan of the premium heat and the penetration, but it is what it is. Gun reload time when using this setup, which most of you most likely are going to use as well, is 6.79 second reload time. Turret rotation speed 38.99. Gun depression -8 degrees is good. I like -8 degrees of gun depression, 17 degrees of gun elevation, and aiming time 1.8 seconds, accuracy 0.30, and DPM 2829. So you can see that aiming time on Leopard PTA is better, accuracy on Leopard PTA is better, DPM on Leopard PTA is better as well. T55A wins with the DPM. Gun handling seems to be the same besides the gun depression. Because T55A gets a bit better rate of fire with its 320 alpha damage, but penetration is not even close as good. 268 is actually really good penetration. Now, armor-wise, guys, armor-wise, this tank has 120mm in the front, 40 on the sides, and 20 in the rear, and 40 on the side of the turret as well. So this tank is definitely going to be penetrated by HE, even into the side of the turret, so watch out for that. Lower plate is also massive, upper plate is nicely angled, it has the V-shape as well, so do not even side-scrape with it, do not reveal your vehicle too much. Just a quick tip, guys. It is going to be a push sniper style, I think so. Frontally, maybe the turret is able to bounce something. It has some slope to it, but how the armor works out, how the turret armor works out, we have to test. We have to play with it to see. But I can already tell that artillery is going to punish this vehicle, and HE in the side of the turret even is going to punish this. Even though side has some spaced armor, so not such an easy penetration over here along the tracks, but this can be a penetration, engine bay and side turret as well, as I mentioned before. So let's take a look at the mobility. 50 tons heavy vehicle, hence the name, I believe. 50T, yeah. 17.89 power to weight ratio is the slowest over here compared to the other tier 9 German medium tanks. Leopard PTA, once again, my love, has the best. 20.27. Top speed 60 is nice. Reverse speed 20 is also nice. Hull rotation speed, not good. 47 compared to the 62, compared to the 55. Not good. Camo seems to be nice, but how often are you able to use this camo anyway, right? And view range close to 500 meters with coated optics, because 400 meter stock view range, so same as on Leopard PTA. And this is Kampfpanzer 50T seems to come with a special style, special camonet on this vehicle, even on the icon, as we can see. Ladies and gentlemen, Object 77 version 2 and Kampfpanzer 50T. First look. Now you know what you can expect. What the hell are they going to do with Object 777 version 2? Only time will tell. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Stay tuned. Crash the Team Clash event tomorrow, 30 minutes after the black market offer in the evening. And morale boost after that. So keep it up, ladies and gentlemen. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexy, take care, and bye.